where we take rubbish journalism as a compliment. Breaking news. The flu epidemic has spread to gutter proportions. Rumours have been floating around that the epidemic began inside a rubbish bin and passed on through the good homeless people of Southport. Some upper class people believe it's because we are just really filthy. Robert Plant investigates.
Yes, I'm here in Gutter Central, where the flu epidemic has reached the homeless people, making them a little bit more sicker than they already were. I hit the streets to ask the hard-hitting questions.
Rubbish floats on the flu-infested land they call Southport.
Where do you think the gutter epidemic started? And where it occurred on that fateful day, which has now been appropriately called Flu Friday?
Well, it all started when I went to the toilet on Scarborough Street.
Sir, I believe there are no toilets on Scarborough Street.
Yeah, there isn't.
As the flu epidemic worsens, we see homeless people collapsing into streets and car parks, and as we see here, bushes. We interviewed one of the homeless people of Southport to figure out what exactly is going on. He said he could give us some information about how it started.
So, when do you think this started, sir?
Yeah, well, I see this man now and then. He comes by, chucks his rubbish in the bin, but you know, he's got a sickness, you know, like a common cold, you know, but I'm hungry, you know.
A cold, you say?
Yeah. Got any food?
On this information, we stalked a public bin all day. Well, see what we found for yourself.
I'm outside the house of the man who's did so dirty. We believe he is the one that put the rubbish that made everyone so... He is coming out right now. Here he is.
Hey, get the camera off. Get the
sir.
camera off.
How
Get
did
the
you
camera
feel? Why did you do the dirty? How do you feel about this? There's so many homeless people sick on the street because of you. You little... How did you do the dirty? How did you do the dirty? How do you feel about this? He's driving off angrily. I'm gonna jump on the side. How did you do the dirty, sir? Ah! And there you have it. He's obviously guilty because he's driving away. And that was pretty fast too.
More important updates as the story develops. Robert Plant, signing out. You okay today?
No point.
That's just one of those stories when you remember where you were when you heard the news. Now to the threatening situation of the real estate collapse. The real estate crisis has just become more real. They are now calling it a surreal estate crisis. Homeless people are experiencing shortages on gutters and places to sleep. John Bonham investigates.
Homeless people are struggling with a recent real estate crisis, as gutter prices have reached an all-time high. Auctions are few and far, as property has become less and less available. I follow the struggling homeless person as they look for shelter.
What's it like trying to find a house in the gutter?
Well, it's really hard because all the good spots, all the good gutters are taken by the upper class hobo.
Yes, I understand. Me myself, I'm not of the upper class. I'm of the middle class. And you know, it's very hard to find a house. Me myself, I was lucky enough to get one before the real estate collapse. What about you?
I'm still looking for, because I didn't even know about I didn't know there was a collapse. I thought, you know, it was gonna be more.
Yes.
And then none. They were all taken.
They are all taken. And that's what we're here tonight. You can see around us, everywhere, hobos have taken the gutters, the chairs, the park benches. We find a hobo himself sleeping on this upper class bench, where this young man I've been speaking to is missing out.
The more and more he looked, the more and more he didn't find.
As the real estate crisis gets worse and worse, we're going to witness more and more bum fights breaking out. As you're about to witness now, it's the very rare occasion, a bum showdown over a little homeless place. Oh my gosh, all hell has broken loose. On the scene now, we don't know who's gonna win. Who will gain possession of this homeless house? It seemed quite intense. It's turning me on. And there, we have the victor. The original bum home owner. That's once again the owner of this homeless house. I forget my name, but I'm reporting.
For finance, we'll now cross to Jimmy Page, who's bringing us up to date on his financial situation. Jimmy?
Yes, about $1.30 today. I think I might invest that in a can of Coke. Back to you, Jim.
Thanks, Jimmy. Well, that's about all we have time for this week. Tune in next week when we see a man eat his own foot due to extreme hunger. That's not a bad idea. Good night.